Hello everybody, welcome back to another video for the day. Now we're going back into r/Tales of Neckbeard, just cause, you know, you love those cringy stories that you can just set off to the side and listen like an audiobook. Alright, let's get right into that lovely content. You know the dealio, it's to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go. Our first story comes to us from username Emberscorps. I have dark hair, so why won't you date me? Hey everybody, this is the story of a neckbeard I met at work. I was going to post this in entitled Parents, but their son did a lot more than they did. I'm a cosplayer, so I have a few neckbeard stories, but this was the first on I had outside of cosplay. I'm a 20-year-old bartender who at the moment is in love with Star Wars, mainly Kylo Ren, you may judge me. I have recently bought myself a Kylo Ren hoodie and wore it over to work. It's cold and the hoodie is big and warm. I walked in, greeting my manager for the evening, and I was about to get changed into my uniform when I heard a voice behind me. This is the neckbeard. Now, him and his family come in often, and he always stayed really quiet. He was on the more overweight side of the scale and had dark, close to black, greasy hair and the neckbeard to match. NB is neckbeard, EM is entitled Mother, CW is coworker, and OP is me. Oh, you like Star Wars? What's your favorite episode out of the series? Now, this doesn't seem out of the ordinary to me. I get a lot of people at the bar who happily strike up a conversation. Now, I have been watching the movies, I'm not that far in, and only know the new ones better at the moment. Oh, I really like The Force Awakens. It was great and interesting too. Why on earth would you watch the new ones? The old ones are so much better and have so much more class. Oh, well, I have only just started watching the old ones. I only know the new ones at the moment. But why? I mean, you can't watch Star Wars unless it's the classics. The new ones are shot. Oh, that's too bad. I really like the new ones. Kylo is my favorite character. Why? Because he's a bad guy who treats women like trash? Are you girls all the same, only wanting the bad boys? Now, I will admit I do love the bad guys in movies, mainly those with dark hair, Loki, Jeff the Killer, Dobby from My Hero Academia, Kylo, etc. But I would never go out with people who treat me like trash. I do have a type. Tall and dark hair boys do catch my eye, but shoddy personality is a no. I begin to make my way to the changing room so I can get ready for work. My manager took Neckbeard's drink order and took him and his family to a table. Now, this is where I find out I fricked up. When Neckbeard heard me say tall and dark hair, he thought I was flirting with him. I'm not really into dating anybody at the moment and didn't realize what I said could have been taken out of context. I get changed, head back to the bar, and begin to make drinks and clean tables if I have nothing else to do. It was a quiet night and I had finished most of my closing jobs by 8:30 p.m. We close at 11. Neckbeard and his family had just ordered their food and made another drink order. I made their drinks and took them over. I placed them down onto the table and asked if there was anything else people wanted. Mistake number 2. Yes, there is something else. Oh, what else would you like? You seem like a nice girl and very pretty, except for your short hair. I have short dark hair. Well, you would make for a great girlfriend for my son. I was taken aback by this and didn't really know what to say. Luckily, their Stardust came out fast and I made my getaway. I began to wipe down the bar tables, trying to stay away from the family, and just sang along to the music we play at work. Neckbeard came over to the bar and I had no choice but to go over and make his drink. Can I help you at all, sir?
Now, milady. There's no need for such formalities. I just wanted to come over and talk to you more about Star Wars.
I shouldn't have done this. My final mistake. I was happy to talk about it and said sure. I didn't have anything else to do.
So why do you like Kylo Ren? I mean, he's a jerk who hurt Rey and he's part of the dark side.
I don't know why, but I just really like him. It seems bad, but I like movie villains, mainly those with dark hair. My friends take the piss out of me for it.
But why? Villains will only break your heart and they harm beautiful ladies. I mean, what would you do if you met a dark-haired hero?
Well, what are they like? Are they funny, mysterious, or caring?
Doesn't matter. They have dark hair and you said you like guys with dark hair.
I do. It's just a preference. I would still like someone with light hair or colored hair, but I just really like dark hair. We all have preferences. This is where his true neckbeard self came to light.
Oh, that's true. My girlfriend will be. Like he was going to get this type of girl, not preferring this type. Slender, long hair, big tots for me to touch and a massive booty for me to squeeze. She will know how to cook and clean and only want me and nobody else. Someone like Lucy from Fairy Tail or Hinata from Naruto.
I was getting uncomfortable at this. After he was done, I realized I ran into a true neckbeard. I tried my best to get away from the conversation, but nothing worked. I need to make a drink, he would still talk to me. I need to clean up, he would wait and then carry on what he was saying. After some time, I went to the kitchen and stayed in there in hopes he would get bored and leave the bar. Nope. I come back after 10 minutes and there he is, this time with him Mother.
Oh, there you are. I thought you left without saying goodbye.
Sorry, I was working. You know, if you date my son, you won't have to work again. He could look after you you and make sure you live in luxury.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry, but I'm not that interesting.
And why not? He would make your perfect boyfriend, and he's your type, tall and dark hair.
I mentally smacked myself for saying that, and I tried not to seem rude. I'm really sorry, but I'm not interested. Now, I'm really sorry, but I have to get back to work. Why aren't you interested? I have dark hair, so why won't you date me? Is it because I'm not a 6'6" Chad who lifts some metal and treats you like trash? Is that what you want? I was slowly getting angry and doing my best to stay calm. I explained I have work to do and left to help the waiters and waitresses with their closing jobs. It was now close to 10, and I thought we could go home early if we finished up as fast as we can, but we couldn't because of Neckbeard and his family. We can only start asking people to leave at 11:20. One of my coworkers from the kitchen decided to help out so that we could go home as soon as Neckbeard's table left. Hey, OP, you seemed annoyed earlier. What happened? I explained what happened and told coworker that it just pissed me off a little bit. A coworker understood and decided that he would clean up the areas near Neckbeard and I could do the areas as far away. Entitled Mother did not like the fact that I rejected her son and came over to me and demanded to know why I wouldn't date him. My son is your type. Just date him and you can have whatever you want. Sure, you might need to change a few things, grow your hair, maybe some plastic surgery. No offense, but no, I don't want to date your son and I'm happy with the way I look. Yes, I like tall and dark haired, but I just don't want to date him. And then it hits me, a plan that I have only ever had to use once since working here. And beside, my girlfriend would be hella pissed with me.
Girlfriend? But you're a girl yourself. You can't have children with a girl.
I know, but I really love her, so I'm sorry, but I will not be dating your son. She ended up walking away in a huff and demanded her family to get up so they could leave. Neckbeard looked annoyed and demanded that they stayed. She just needs a man to change her mind. Don't worry, I just need to show my lady that she needs a true man in her life. I was about to flip, but my knight in shining armor came in the form of a lanky member of the kitchen. Hey, can you please not talk about my colleague that way? She isn't interested. Now I left after that. I didn't want to stick around and get more angry, but what I heard from people who stuck around, my manager came and told coworker off for being rude to customers and told Neckbeard and his family to leave for being disrespectful to his employees. They left and my manager sent me home once I was done cleaning. You know, having a job and honestly have to deal with customers and everything, it really does suck that people think that you're nice to them out of the kindness of your heart and not the fact that you're being paid and having to be forced to be nice to them. Like, you do realize we're just going to be talking smack about you as soon as we clock out, right? And also, little pro tip, your hair isn't a personality trait. Just because it's a specific color does not mean people will be attracted to you. Our next story comes to us from username Rabsack. Subway Neckbeard story. This is my own Neckbeard story. I'm a nerdy guy myself. I like anime, card games, and all that stuff. But after marriage and a son, I sadly had to leave all of that and get to work. Luckily, I'm a programmer and I crashed on this office full of really nice people that share my interests sort of. One of them is Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to play it, but as I said earlier, as I became a family guy, I had to leave it. One day I saw two of my coworkers looking at cards on their phones and I had to ask, hey guys, long story short, they play and actually were going to preparations for a team event and they needed another player, so they agreed to update me on the new game rules and mechanics and I agreed to be part of their team. Nothing usual there. Well, the day came the event is on, and sadly, one of our team members had to pay a one to the HR chick's LMAO. Basically, they covered one of his faults one day, and they needed some extra that Saturday, so he had to pay his debts. Well, we spent like 1 hour looking for a third member, registration was about to end, and we got desperate and went for the first guy that said yes. This guy was a textbook Neckbeard. My Little Pony buttons, black t-shirt, greasy hair, his face looked like a freaking pepperoni pizza, and we are luckily Konami put a rule for smelly players, so the guy had to shower to enter the event, so smell wasn't a problem, but man, this fricker had an attitude. In the first 10 minutes after meeting him, he called our decks trash. He complained he had to part with 2 amateurs because no one wanted to have him on their team. Jeez, I wonder why. Long story short, me and my coworker slash friend got our butts beat first round. It was fun though. Then we noticed Mr. Neckbeard passed round after round after round. He might be a Neckbeard, but the burger was good, and since the prize was going to be divided between team members, even if just one reached the finals, I got to him and told him, listen pal, you are good. Win this stuff and I will get you anything you want to eat, 5 freaking pizzas, whatever you want. Fair enough, the fricker won the tournament, so since I'm a man of my word, so we go out and went for his favorite pizza. I didn't have my car, so we had been traveling the whole day on the subway. So we head to the station to go to our restaurant, and as I get my Metro card checked on the machine, I noticed it ran out of credits, so I rushed to the other machines to recharge. My friend stood on the station gates as I went with Mr. Neckbeard to recharge the machines. I was asking him about improvements for my deck and gameplay since he knew this game. As we reach the machine, I get my card and my money, and suddenly a girl appears. "Excuse me, sir, I forgot my Metro card and I'm in a hurry. Would it be okay if I give you a ride cost if you help me enter the station with yours?" "Sure," I replied. "I have done this before many times. Many people forget their cards, and it's a very common thing to do." She gave me the cash, I charged my card, and we all head to the entrance. I pass the card through the machine, and she enters. As she walked to a waiting line, she turns back and says, "Thanks." "No problem," I replied. Oh boy, as I finished my sentence, I turned to see Mr. Neckbeard, red as a tomato, and he started yelling at the poor woman.
"That's it, just thanks? You effing females, man, we are nice to you, we do kind things for you, and all we get is a freaking thanks?"
I was in shock and I couldn't believe it. I turned at the girls and made some gestures to tell her to just ignore him, and she looked at me like, "Geez," and went to her bus. I was like, "Dude, chill out."
"No man, I'm tired of this ungrateful females. We do everything for them and they ignore us and go for freaking jogs and players."
He never stopped screaming. I was embarrassed to my core and my friends were laughing like maniacs. He was screaming so loud that station security came, and guess what? They were female too. He got even angrier.
"Look at this, do you call this security? I could break this girl with one hand and they are supposed to protect us?"
Then he started rambling about feminism and shot, and things got heated. Next thing I know is the female officer called for backup and got him reduced. We spent the whole night on the station while officers discussed if they were to present charges. I spoke to them and told him he was like my friend and he was schizo and stuff, and got him out of it. Then we went looking for pizza at 3 a.m. We ended up eating pepperoni pizza and talking shot on some square till dawn as I tried to get him out of that 4chan shot he got on his head. I managed to change one of two of his beliefs, but nothing to be proud of. I got his number though. I'm committed to save this dude from the neckbeardiness path, as I used to be that kind of one myself when I was young. I promised him I was going to make him get a girlfriend by the end of the year. Hope I can get him though, wish me luck. You know what really does suck is that basically any Yu-Gi-Oh local is bound to have at least 4 to 5 neckbeards dependent on the size, more so at the sneak previews. Personally, myself, I would have just said screw it and left and not gotten that guy pizza, but I'm honestly glad that you're staying and hopefully you can change his mindset all the way. Maybe next time he'll learn to not yell at people just because of their gender, especially anybody in a security position, or you know, police. But with that, that is going to have to be it for the video. If you had liked what you had seen, be sure to like the video, comment down below what you liked about the video, and consider subscribing. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.